Hi everybody, I just wanted to do a little video. First one of many. The way that we've worked with the Alliance is we've followed program nature, if you like, a nature of working. And we've really tried to make it so that anything that we do is about building conversation rather than these words like training and teaching. I think if we're going to accept each other's knowledge in a respectful way, that's both from the parent side and from what is usually called a professional side, it needs to be conversation based and not on a basis that someone's doing to, more the case of we're doing with. And I think that I believe conversations will set us all free. Some of those conversations need to be difficult ones. The most interesting thing that I always think is that you never have a conversation at someone. You have a conversation with someone. So whilst this is a presentation and not a conversation, that's the background of how we've been working and how we will continue to work as the years go on. So what I thought would be quite interesting is to develop a series of small explainer videos where we look at, or we have a conversation, or I start a conversation by doing a little video and we discuss, or we have a conversation about, and then we open up lots of different areas of Send in Barnsley that covers national stuff, that allows us to have a conversation about what things are, different areas, what's happening, how it might affect you, what it all means, etc., etc. So today what I thought were really important is that I do a little explainer video, and that don't mean that I know everything. Please understand that I don't, and I never have thought that. The one thing that I value so much is other people bringing their knowledge and basically being better than me. That's the biggest compliment. That something's working in the voice arena is that parents are so empowered that I'm like, oh God, they know the stuff, and I learn from them. But what I do have is I have a certain amount of knowledge and a certain amount of understanding to get a conversation started and maybe infill. I'll certainly go and research stuff if other people ask questions. One of the areas that I do consider myself to be an expert or have a level of expertise is my understanding of IAS. So today, what we're going to be looking at is IAS, which is a term that some people will know and some people won't know, and some people will recognize parts of it, and others will just be starting off. So what is IAS? Well, it stands for, quite simply, information, advice, support. And there's a certain amount of beauty in simplicity, I find. And fundamentally, the direction of travel that a certain parent finds themselves in, so the way they end up, what pathway they end up going down, is they have various stages where they need information, they need support, and they need advice. And they need it at different times and at different levels. That's a really important thing for everybody who's involved in SEN to understand, is that parents who have children that are considered or diagnosed, whatever language you want to use, to be referred to as special educational needs and or having a disability and or disabled, which is the word SEND. So we have the special educational needs, and or disability. And then the most important thing that those families always need is information, advice, and support. Now, what you might notice is it's spelling Sendias. Just Sendias is a service. And that is fundamentally why I believe there is so much of a strong feeling, albeit whatever that feeling might be, so much of a strong relationship, so much of a importance placed on our local families and our Sendia service is because we are parents of children with special educational needs and or disabilities, and we are always requiring of information, advice, and support to move forward. So what we've had in our town for a lot of years up until this year, 2022, is we've had an outstanding Sendias service. And what happened is it's a little bit of a problem. And I'm going to tell you why I think it's a problem. The problem is that this IAS is the responsibility of everyone. Okay? And what I mean by everyone is in some regards, parents do need to take some responsibility of how they glean or get or how they empower themselves or how other parents empower other parents to be able to get information, advice, and support. But in the most part, what I mean is all stakeholders who are delivering a SEND service have a responsibility to IAS. Because at the point of them delivering their service, whether that's a general practitioner, a GP, whether it's a mainstream school or a specialist school, whether it's a camp service or it's just going into A&E, any service,